Hey guys, so today's video is going to be an eyeshadow palette review and swatch video. So this is by Shimmer. This is the Five Below makeup brand, I'm pretty sure, because there's no other brand on here that makes this rather than it just says Shimmer. So I'm guessing this is Five Below's like makeup brand, but it's like their own brand maybe. And this is a really cheap palette. You get it at Five Below. If you don't have one of those, then you can just look up the website, on the computer, and I'll have the links to this down below and the palette down below. And I also have another palette by them. It's called Bear, so it's like neutral colors. So this is what the packaging looks like. I will say the packaging is not nice. Like it's not made well. So it's like really plasticky. The packaging, like right here, is really plastic. And then the eyeshadow primer sucks and the eye applicator sucks. So those are two things that are not so good, but it's definitely worth $5 for the shades. Now my opinion is that these eyeshadows work best when you use like your finger, when it's damp, your finger's damp, and then you rub, into the eyeshadow, it really picks up better pigmentation that way. I will show you wet swatches and dry swatches as I do this. So I will start by talking about these eyeshadows now. So the first color is this peachy color. So I'll show you a dry swatch first, and then I'll wet it and show you what it looks like after. So here's when it's dry. That's a dry swatch, and then I will wet my finger and show you what it's like when it's wet. So, and here is the wet one. So it's definitely more brighter when it's wet. This is dry, that's wet. And that's the peach color. Now I'll do the pink, and I'll do a dry one. So here's the dry one. Now I will wet my finger and dip it back in when it's wet. So here's the dry one of the pink, and then here's when it's dampened. So see the difference? This is dry and that's wet. So definitely a difference. You guys can do this both ways. If you like vibrant colors, I'd recommend using like your brush or your finger while it's damp. Because that's what I noticed that it works the best for me. But if you just want like a light dusting of eyeshadow, then just do it while they're dry. The next one is brown. So here's the brown. This is a dry swatch of it being, so here it is when it's dry. Now I will do it when it's wet. So here's the dry one, and that's the wet. See the difference? I definitely see a difference. This one's more chalky while it's dry, and then this one's more smooth and vibrant. That's why I love this palette. Like, you can do so many things with it. It's really pretty much a really like shimmery eyeshadow palette. So if you're not into shimmer, I wouldn't recommend this. But if you like shimmer like I do, then definitely pick it up. Here's the purple. That's the purple when it's dry. Here's the purple when it's wet. Okay. So dry, wet. That's the purple. The next one is like a brownish, dark purple maybe. So here's when it's wet. There's the wet one. And then here's the dry version. So here's the dry, and then it's like damp over here. So yes, these are amazing when they're wet. I don't know why, they're wicked cheap, but wow. This is also good if your daughter or you, when you're young, you're just starting out with makeup. I definitely recommend this for a beginner. It's a great affordable palette for a person that's just beginning out on makeup. So here is this like peachy rose gold color. And here it is when it's dry. Now this will be when it's wet. So this right there, that one. Like, okay, hold on. That's dry, and then that's the wet one. So these are super amazing, super great quality, so they're definitely worth the money. $5 is nothing compared to some eyeshadows are really expensive, some of them. So next to that is a brown purple. So here's the brown, another brown. Fuck, I forgot to wipe off my hand because it was wet from me washing off the color. Crap. Okay, let's try that again. Brown, and then brown when it's damp. So here's the brown when it's dry, and then that's when it's like moist and wet. And then the white one, here's white when it's dry. And then here's white when it's wet. So here's the dry white one, and then here's the wet one. 2 more colors, and then I'll give you the final thoughts of this. Okay, so let me just dry my hand off really quick. So here's the blue when it's dry. And this is what it looks like when it's wet. So here's the blue when it's dry, and then the wet side. And the last one looks brown or black maybe. Yeah, it looks like a bluish black. So here's when it's dry. And then this is what it looks like when it's wet. So here's like, it's like a navy blue actually. So here's the dry part, and then that's the wet part. So that's all these eyeshadows that I just swatched, wet or dry, it doesn't matter how you use them. So my final thoughts on this is that it's definitely worth the money. Only thing I hate is the packaging and the eyeshadow primer. Those are the only things that I hate that aren't worth it. But other than that, it's an amazing palette, and the glitter stays on like all day on your eyes. So yes, this is definitely worth $5 at Five Below. I will definitely link this in the description box below, so be sure to check that out. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions about this palette, let me know in the comments or send me a message, and I'll definitely like answer them for you, obviously. So that, once again, here's a close-up of the palette that I just swatched. They're so pretty, they're really like girly fun, and they're definitely great for a beginner. So definitely check your local Five Below for makeup. They have like amazing makeup. They have like Wet n Wild for like $1. It's really nice. So definitely go check your local Five Below if you really want makeup, or a lot of it. And especially if you're young, definitely good for that too. So that's everything for this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.